subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever had a day one and you know your day one in and out? If you have and you can relate, give it a thumbs up if you got a day one. If you never had a day one and you can't relate, a day one friend, then give it a thumbs down, right? Today, because we're going to talk about some real stuff, right? You guys, you know how we do it on this channel. We keep it all the way real. The realest it can get, you feel me? And let me tell you guys about my journey with my day one, right? Like, we literally went through everything together. Like, man, we went through hell together, right? Like, I'm gonna just tell you guys, this is so much, right? Okay, I remember we used to be in a Bonneville. We was in high school, right? Cause I got a lot of day ones, but one of my day ones, right? We was in high school, right? We had a Bonneville. Man, we used to have to sleep in the Bonneville, right? Cause my mom was always drinking and his mom was always drinking, right? And our parents was, using, at the time. At the time they were using drugs, right? And it was like, that was our bond, because that's all we had was each other, because we didn't have our parents, you know what I mean? So, man, like, every single day we hung out. Like, I remember one time his mom kicked him out the house, right? And I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. You come stay with me and my mom, right? He ain't had nowhere to go, right? This is when I had an old school box Chevy. I had a old school box Chevy. I think we was like 15 or 16 years old, right? And it used to have some subs in it, right? Some 12s. And I had learned how to hook the subs up for one of my friends. And I know how he learned, because he was just into, like, I ain't gonna lie, right? I keep it all the way 100. He used to be into, like, car stereo thief type stuff, in my opinion, And I ain't being judgmental. We just keep it real on this channel, right? So, it was crazy because one dude, he taught me how to hook up the stereo. So when we got the Chevy, I call him Lil Bro, it's my homie, right? So when we got the Chevy, because if I got it, he had it, you know what I'm saying? If I got a car, it's his. If he had a car, it's mine. Like, we literally used to give each other car keys and everything all the time throughout our whole life, right? So, matter of fact, yeah. First we had the Bonneville, because that was a rental. Somebody let us rent that car. Then we had the Chevy, and he got kicked out the crib, and I was dating this one girl, right? She was black and white, and she was real cool, down to earth, right? And she had a sister, right? And her sister was big, I ain't gonna lie, on the big side, right? But I had hooked up with Lil Bro, you know what I'm saying, on my day one, right? So, one day we was drinking, because at the time I used to drink, right? So we was drinking, and we was teenagers, so we was drinking brandy back then, right? We couldn't afford Hennessy. We couldn't afford that yak, So, one day we got so slapped. We was super slapped. We was just wasted, right? Super white boy wasted, right? That's what we call it, right? So, look, let me tell you. He wake up in the morning. I'm on the bed that's right here. He done made a pallet on the floor, right? He wake up next to the big girl. The big girl done got him. This is my ex-girlfriend. So she done got him because she had always loved him my day one and always wanted to be in my day one, right? And she just wanted to always, she wanted to have him as her man. So, I never forget that morning when I woke up and looked, and he was on the floor with the big girl, right? And then, it was so crazy because she was so happy. He was just so shocked because he couldn't believe he did that, because he was drunk. She had got him drunk. And it was crazy because eventually they was messing around every time he started to get drunk. On drunk nights, which was all the time, we used to drink a lot. Well, on the weekends, that was our little thing from Friday to Saturday. So, he started really messing with the big girl, but he was kind of ashamed. He didn't want nobody else to know he was messing with the big girl, right? But he was messing with her. And so, he had ended up getting this good job, right? It was like a good factory job. And he started making a lot of money, right? And I wasn't making no money, and I was just like, bro, I ain't making no kind of money, you know what I'm saying? My job is not paying me nothing, right? And then he told me, don't worry. He's like, if I got the job, you got the job. So then he had all the nice cars and stuff, because, his credit was good, and he was working real hard, right? So I remember he had bought this it was like a gold and black Chrysler flipping colors and stuff, right? And he gave me the keys to it. Used to drive it all the time. Then he gave me the keys, one time to the Durango truck one time, right? And that's how I ended up meeting my baby mama. I'm riding around, I'm subbing, boom, boom, subbing on it, boom, boom, we got the doors on it, boom, we subbing and everything. I see this pretty chick, right? This Hispanic chick at the gas station. And so I didn't know if she knew English or not though, but she was beautiful, right? So I asked her, I said, you know English? And she said, yeah, I know English, I speak English. And when she responded, right, it was like hardcore than my English. I'm like, oh yeah, she definitely knows English. So I had gave her my number and told her to call me, but it was crazy because she took like 2 weeks to call me, right? And so she called me, but she really don't call me. Her friend who was a stud, she had this friend that was a stud chick, right? Cool white girl, but the white girl was a stud, right? She had a girlfriend, right? She called me and was like, look, my friend like you. I think y'all need to link up. I'm like, cool, but I'm busy right now. I'm working on something, but we will. So I'm riding down this busy street, right? And I see her in front of a Family Dollars, right? And then she tried to avoid me like she's so beautiful I couldn't resist it, at the time that's what my energy was attracted to, right? So she tried to like go inside of Family Dollars or something like I don't see her or didn't see me because she was so shocked. It wasn't like she was trying to dodge me like that. She was just so shocked that I had rolled past and she had just called me, but I was a block away on the same busy street she was, right? That's how the energy works. It attracts, what needs to be attracted. So I ended up pulling up all the way on there. I drove like around the block again, and I ended up pulling up on there. And I'm like, you ain't gotta act shy, you ain't gotta act shy. So then, we start kicking it. Like, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Like, she started coming around, whatever. So then, it was crazy because for her to accept me, she had to accept my day one. And I had felt like when I first started talking to her, I felt like she didn't really like my day one. Because every time, because me and him had a house together, right? So every time he come in, she was cool, but I could feel her energy was shifting, and I could tell that she really didn't want me hanging around him because he had a whole lot of females all the time, right? So I had to make it clear to her that my friend, my day one ain't never going nowhere, And then they kind of got cool, but my day one always kept an eye on her to make sure she ain't never take advantage of me or do nothing wrong or whatever, right? Because I was more like, well, like with my day one, I was always more of the brains and like the voice, and he was always more of the hammer, like the aggressive one. Like he protect me at all times. Like if you on some up to no good in the hood, he'll tell you like, no, you can't do that. Not to Joseph Denton, you can't do that to him. So that's what really made our bond strong. But what made our bond strong is, man, I mean, a couple times we had to sleep inside the Chevy of the car in the wintertime because our parents was both mad at him, and his mom was mad at him, and my mom was mad at me. So we ain't had nowhere to stay, right? So like the older people that was in our neighborhood, we would go stay at their houses some nights or whatever, but we never outwore our welcome. Stayed there like 2-3 days, and then we would try to make something happen and stuff though. But I noticed as my day one evolved, I evolved too because his involvement was my inspiration. Like I had seen him, he had bought this big house, all from working, right? And I was just so proud of him, and I still am proud of him, right? And it was just like, when I see him do that, that really motivated me. And me and him both started from scratch. Like we did everything in our life from scratch. Like we always was the type of dudes out of our whole crew that we ever hung with that never accepted no handouts, that always wanted to work real hard, always had self-discipline, and like we always stood out from the rest of the people, and like that's why people loved us, because we was always ourselves, and like they knew our pain, you know what I'm saying? They knew what we had went through and where we come from, like we really went through the trenches, like for real, and what that did was it motivated me to let everybody know that we can still accomplish all our dreams, that, you know, we can value all of those days with our day ones and those times, and really, really cherish those times, because those times count and those times matter. Those emotions really, really matter, you know. And it motivated me to know that we can keep growing and become better people. We can consistently become and grow and be better people. You know what I mean? No matter what walks of life you come from, you can achieve any dream you want to achieve. It can be done easily, you know. But you just have to love your roots and understand where you come from, you know. And it was just like, all those days of my day one was so wonderful, man. And he used to tell me one day, he said, bro, you know, we've been settling for less, bro. Don't these people know, man, that we are some of the most gracious people on the face of earth they will ever want to meet? And I'm like, bro, I know, but we gotta be camouflaged, because everybody's mind isn't right on the planet, and it's just you know, safer just to evolve and enjoy our journey. And despite how anybody feels about what we've been through, you know, just cherish it. Like, I cherish the nights we ain't had nowhere to stay. You know, I cherish all of them nights I had to sleep in the car in the cold with no heat, but besides when I'm burning my gas out and barely had money to get gas. Like, you ever had to be in your car and sleep in your car and it's real cold outside, and only how for you to stay warm is to warm your car up, right? And you gotta warm it up, but then you ain't got no more money to get no more gas, and it ain't nobody but you and your day one, and your day one still right there sleeping in the truck with you until y'all came up. Like, I mean, one time we had this Jeep, and it was our Jeep, right? Because whatever vehicle he got, I got, and whatever vehicle I got, he got, right? So one time we had this Jeep, right? And we out in the cold every day for a whole winter in that Jeep until we turned that Jeep into a SC400 Lexus. Okay? Like, we consistently went to work. Like, we stayed focused on our dreams, you know? So I know for a fact, like, you can come from any area, any walks of life, and you still can succeed, make it, and you can get an understanding from that walk of life. Despite what people feel about you, despite how people judge you, despite the humility of it, okay? You know, you slept in the car before, okay? You know, I done had worse times than that. I remember when I used to smoke cigarettes, man, I done had to roll me one up with the tobacco butts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no better than nobody else, you know? Like, we all are unique individuals if you accept the cuts that's in your flaws. That's all you have to do. Accept you. You know, you went through a struggle, going through a struggle, that's just what it is, you know? We're gonna get through the struggle. We're gonna become stronger from the struggle. You know what I mean? Like, I embrace all my pain. I embrace all my struggle, you know, because it makes me stronger, making me wiser, and it's my history, and it's special, it's unique. Like, I love my day one, because, man, he always been there. And times my day one used to be tough on me too. Whew. Well, he was tough on me, bro. Straight up, man. He made sure that I worked it for everything I got. He never, despite how much money he had, whatever, he made sure I worked for everything I got, man. Like, and I was like that on him, but not as tough, because, like, when I got blessed with, like, my first, I think I had like $2,000-3,000. I gave him a whole $1,000, and then I gave his cousin $1,000, you know, and never asked for nothing in return. It was all because of the strength that we best friends, we tight, I got it, you got it, and we straight, you know. And, like, for me showing him that love and affection in return, everything he had ever accomplished, it was always ours, you know. Like, I love that, you know, that unity, and that's what we need. We need to keep that unity. So, like, whoever your bestie is, your best friend, your day one, man, y'all gotta appreciate them. Appreciate them, and let them know sometime if you feel like they ain't appreciating you enough. Let them know, look, I'm the one that really got your back, man. Appreciate me, love me, you know. That's how you gotta be, you know, because we all need love, and our day ones do need to know they are special and important, and we do too, you know. So you gotta cherish your day ones, and cherish all of your moments, all of your bad times, all of them emotional cries, emotional times, emotional struggles. I want you guys to cherish that. That's what's gonna build us up, you know. That's what's gonna make all of you guys better and stronger. You know, we come from the struggle. I keep it real. Like, I done been through it all. I done had to sleep on the floor. I done had to eat ramen noodles before for a whole month. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, it's a part of the involvement that life has to offer. You have to know how to go without and be disciplined. That's all the universe is telling you, you know. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Stay subscribed and vote on this video, please.